Okay, listen up, me. No more complaining about having to talk about games commonly brought up around discussions related to the greatest video games of all time. Look, not all of my favorite games are common picks for the best, but I think it makes sense that we're only going to run into more and more of them as time goes on in this list, right? Metroid Prime was an industry-wide slam dunk for Nintendo. Hardcore fans were able to see their beloved Metroid formula beautifully translated into 3D, while also boasting to a maturing game industry that, hey, look, we have a first-person shooter too! This is cool and adult, right? Kinda, if you squint. The most praise I can give to Metroid Prime is that the Metroid tone was held intact even with the jump to 3D. And that's essential. I think in general, a 3D game with a powerful atmosphere will stick with players more than a 2D game with a powerful atmosphere. And while I'm not declaring which Metroid game has my favorite atmosphere in this show, because I really don't want to put the time into thinking about it, I will say that no Metroid soundtrack transports me back to its game world better than Prime's. Fighting through this world and using your scanner to learn about it is such a simple loop, yet I always seem ready to do it over and over again. I think part of why I'm so willing to explore this game on a deeper level when I might not be for other games is that Metroid Prime does such a good job of keeping everything within world context, if not just completely diegetic. There's rarely ever a UI element that isn't literally taking place within the game world. Most of your HUD happens on Samus's helmet, and even if you're doing something like reading data logs, it's pulled up in an interface that makes it look like Samus is reading right alongside you. In more ways than I can express in this video, this game allowed you to take ownership of Samus. When you get right down to it, we're mostly doing the same stuff we've always done in Metroid games. Now we're just doing it with a bigger scope, a bigger world, and with more opportunities to flesh out the ideas that make Metroid great. Metroid Prime was destined to be an all-timer for Nintendo. All it needed was the good fortune of Retro Studios' talent to bring the execution needed to see that promise fulfilled.